Okay, so my presentation is on pressures in society. So the first thing is, what is stress? It's a mental or emotional strain or tension resulting from adverse or very demanding circumstances. And depending on the person, everybody handles stress differently, and it can range from work to school to family. And then what is pressure? It's the feelings a person has about performing in a stressful situation. It can make or break a person. So, for example, an important basketball game, it's the final buzzer or whatever, and you have to make the shot to win the game. Some people would love that and they thrive in that under that condition, and some people crack under pressure. Positive pressure can increase motivation, concentration, and enjoyment. Everyone handles pressure differently, and it can help a person, obviously, by increasing all those things. There are two types of pressures, usually in the lives of kids: academic and athletic. Academic pressure can lead to emotional, physical, and social stress, and a lot of parents think they're saving them from rejection by pressuring them to do so well in their classes, when really they're putting extra stress on them, and it can lead to more things that I'll talk about later. Yeah, I have a few videos.
466, 438, 32,
I always tell them, people remember number 1. They don't remember number 2.
Time to study for math.
What does philanthropy mean?
Philanthropy means like goodwill and like really helping out mankind.
Drink some water before you start the problem.
Okay. The first 2 rounds are math and geography.
I'm going to pull up another one.
That's hurricane Camille.
Do you know what year this was?
1969. It has sustained wind speeds of 190 miles per hour and at a minimum pressure of 905 millibars. Studying for this competition, it's like a huge family effort.
361 plus 261.
622. Our school is 2 or 3 grades ahead in math. I finished Algebra 1 for 6th grade, and normal people finish that for 9th grade.
Ryan works extremely hard. His mother was very clear that she would like one of her boys to be president. Over the 8 weeks of this competition, these kids are going to experience 16 really tough rounds of questions. This is a test of endurance. It is not just intensity, it's stamina.
Welcome to the competition. What is 414 times 8?
3,312.
Correct?
513.
Correct.
196.
Incorrect.
269.
Correct.
501.
Correct. Pin down. Ryan?
273.
Correct.
41,855.
Correct.
29.
Correct. Ryan, you answered 11 questions correctly. 22.8 divided by 3.
Pass. 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 Pass.
Izzy, you answered 3 questions correctly.
Pass.
You answered 2 questions correctly.
One special kid deserves to be crowned child genius. Well, apparently that kid isn't me.
We have tallied the scores, and the child with the highest combined scores in today's rounds is Ryan.
I still feel like we should still have a pressure on. Other kids are very strong. Maybe today you were just kind of lucky.
So that was a clip from the show Child Genius. The effects of stress: sleep deprivation, eating disorders, excessive worry, cheating, burnout, and poor self-image. Kids often result to cheating when their parents pressure them to be perfect because they feel like they can't do it on their own, so they end up cheating. Burnout: they just get sick of what their parents are telling them to do and they end up just quitting. Yeah. Athletic pressure: it takes the fun out of sports. Kids are often feeling the same stress as adults, growing up too soon, and often the parents are too involved in their activities. Parents often take things too far, and they're often living through their children because they feel like, you know, if they didn't do enough in high school, they push their kids to do everything. Affects burnout again, weight gain and stress. Another video.
Kenneth, are they closing the stage this afternoon for auditions? What's on that piece of paper?
Oh, Miss Maroney, your forehead.
Should not be doing anything. I just had Botox.
I know exactly what's happening.
This is a bad streaming experience.
This show is a real fun lady show.
Don't let bad streaming ruin a good show.
Don't look at me.
Only Verizon has the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network. Can your network say that? Switch now, buy a Galaxy S7 and get one free. Plus up to $650 back, only on America's best network.
Put him down! Put him down! If you want him, put him down! This is your zone!
Get down there! Down! Now!
They told me I'm too hard on the girls. I'm like, alright, then you can come do my job then if you think you can do any better because you ain't doing up there, you fat.
Hands up now!
I was in the bar one night. My boyfriend was in there and his ex-girlfriend's a freaking psycho. I broke her nose and I broke her jaw.
If I wanted to coach girls, I'd be out here coaching softball. What are you afraid of? This little ball gonna hurt you? That gets results. You ready to kick his ass? Hey, get off your damn knees, son! Do not go down to your knees, ever. That should be a big pussy next year. You ready?
I motivate players through fear.
I tell them you get your ass back in there before I stick my foot so far up your ass you look like a pee-wee popsicle, son. Pick up and die! If you wear a pussy, you cannot be on this football field. Get out!
Nikki, saw your face making some reactions there.
Good enough?
Yeah.
That's my reality. That's not.
Statistics, only 1 out of 6,000 high school football players will end up in the NFL, and only 2.5, approximately, out of 10,000 will end up playing in the NBA, which, for parents to be pushing their kids that hard, there are not many that actually end up making it to the pros. Alright, I'm going to switch topics a little bit now. Modeling. This is a French model. She's been modeling for over a decade, so since she was 4, because in these pictures she's 14 years old, which, does she look like she's 14? No. Okay.
You wish.
Another really interesting topic or show is Dance Moms. The girls often grow up too fast. They wear skimpy outfits, sexual dances. They are pressured to be perfect. I watched some clips about, or I actually watched the show Dance Moms just once, and it was really awful how they treated the girls and the parents, how they treated their girls. They pressured them, and it was actually really awful to watch. As you can see, they wear a lot of makeup, skimpy outfits. They have fake tattoos on, dyed hair. Beauty pageants is another one. It focuses on physical appearance alone, which doesn't get you very far in life. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it's highly competitive. The girls also get treated badly. Their parents start them from a very young age, which can lead to many effects later on. So here I have some pictures. The girls usually don't, like, it's not natural beauty. It's spray tans, fake teeth, hair extensions, fake eyelashes, like none of it's actually real. So it teaches the girls that, you know, being fake is okay. Effects, body image issues, a lot of them end up with eating disorders because they feel like their bodies have to be perfect. A lot of them are undereducated because their parents are so focused on them doing the beauty pageants that they usually end up homeschooling them and they don't get the education they should. Often people think that it's teaching the children bad morals, which I also believe, and the girls often end up thinking that their parents' love comes from their success, which is also true for athletics. So they think if they don't succeed, their parents won't love them, which leads them to awful things. So here's a case study. Karen Cataline, she was forced onto a low-calorie diet at a young age because her mom felt like she was beginning to gain weight. Frilly dresses and heavy makeup was what she wore. She ended up being very body conscious, and she acquired many eating disorders throughout her life. She now wrote a book called Fat Lash, and she helps girls that are going through the same issues that she went through as a young kid. So I'm going to switch topics now to body image. Body image is how people see themselves. Negative body image is an unrealistic view of how someone sees their body. It can be influenced by their peers, family, coaches, friends, whatever. Perfectionism and self-criticism also play a role in how people see themselves. Men and women are very different with this. Men often want to see themselves as bigger, so they want to have big muscles, and they don't want to be the guy on the left. Girls often see themselves as bigger when in reality they aren't that big, so they want to see themselves as skinny. Plastic surgery statistics. Women account for 90% of plastic surgeries, which means 1 out of 10 patients are men. 200,000 nose jobs were done in 2013. In Japan, 60% of women use skin lightening products because lighter skin is seen as a higher status in Japan. 15.6 million cosmetic procedures were done in 2013, and that includes like Botox and all that. Americans spent more than $12 billion on cosmetic surgeries in 2014. Many women do this to boost their self-esteem. They do it to impress their husband, boyfriend, friends. Most of them feel like they have to do that to make people like them. Plastic surgery is actually on the rise everywhere because nowadays in society people feel like they need to be perfect. And men procedures are actually up 43% in a 5-year period, which is huge. Alright, and I have another video from the show Botched. Any of you watched it? It's pretty interesting.
Terry really wanted us to go see Justin. Justin is different. He's got some interesting things to show us.
Mount Olympus.
Mount Olympus.
The home of the Greek gods.
Like me.
Since when are you a Greek god?
I'm a Lebanese god.
We're there to help Justin with any problems he's having, and maybe even try to talk him out of future surgeries.
That's not the guy.
Hello, welcome. How are you for Justin?
Yes.
You, come on in.
Thank you.
You'll be right down.
Thanks. I'm gonna kill you. You're probably having a porno upstairs or something. My God. Probably just laying out at the pool.
Hanging out.
I had a bunch of thoughts running through my head. Number 1, I want to kill Terry. 2, I knew this was the wrong thing to do. And what are we doing? What's going on in this house that there's someone answering the door in his underwear? Manservant comes down in his underwear.
Are those underwear?
Just it looked like underwear to me. He's had that thing in the front, you know, where you have to go.
I didn't look that closely.
Hi, doctors.
Justin.
Hi.
How are you? Nice to meet you,
Terry
Justin.
DeRoe.
Hi,
Nice to meet
love
you.
to meet you as well.
When I saw Justin, I didn't know what to make of him. I didn't know whether he was real or not. I was sort of looking for the wires and the buttons or the price tag.
My reason for contacting you is because I was looking for a surgeon to help me in my quest to rebuild and modify my body. They were so sweet to come up actually to my house and meet me. It was like, very cool. It made me feel very special. So I've come up with some new plans for quadricep implants, calf implants, and lat implants.
You devised these?
Yeah, I did them myself.
I've never seen anybody design their own plastic surgery like that.
I studied up on the body and made the sketches and found a doctor that was willing to kind of let me do my own thing, and I told him I don't want you to be creative, just put them where I tell you. So my idea with my quad implants was going to be that this piece, so it'd be one piece, so it'd be subfascial, we don't have to go submuscular.
He's both Frankenstein and Dr. Frankenstein. He's his own creation.
I originally had bicep and tricep implants. The incision's all underarm. This is only about 2.5, 3 months old.
Really?
And this incision's been opened 5 times.
So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 implants.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 on the arms, and then the pec implants.
Can I see that?
Oh, for sure. That was also done through underarm incision. People always think they're a lot larger than they are. I'm just so lean.
Yeah, you are lean.
The first thought that came to my mind when I saw Justin, he looked Like a cartoon character.
I sort of look at plastic surgeons like glorified tailors. So, I mean, you're doing a lot of suturing. You're making pockets. No, but I say it with all respect.
Too much studying, too much work to be called a tailor. Not saying anything bad about a tailor, but what I do I don't think is tailoring.
Have you had any complications from any of this?
Nothing that wasn't minor and or fixable.
Nothing.
I mean, the doctors I chose and I researched.
But you know that plastic surgery procedures have a 5 to 15% complication rate no matter who does
But
them.
I think, don't you think it's because people who have cosmetic procedures think that this is something that can be taken in a light manner, and it's not like a surgery because they don't think about it.
I like Justin. I want him to be healthy and happy, but he's now entering into the bizarre world of implants that can result in major life-threatening complications.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting show. Alright, the social media plays a huge part in how people see themselves. It creates unrealistic goals for women and men. It puts pressure on people to be perfect. It gives people a chance to judge you, so you're posting pictures of yourself, people are able to see that. And a lot of the times people use filters to enhance pictures, so they're not actually real pictures. Photoshop. Photoshop can do a lot for a person. Meghan Trainor actually, she was really angry because people photoshopped her in her recent video, and she didn't approve it. And as you can see, her waist is skinnier in the top picture, and that's her real photo. She was actually really angry about it. Dieting statistics. Up to 50% of women are on a diet at any given time. 90% of teenagers diet regularly. 50% of young children have tried a diet at one point. And Americans spend $46.3 billion on weight loss products in 2004. So, a lot of times dieting goes in a cycle. So first you diet, your metabolism slows down and you lose weight. And then you end the diet. Because you think, oh, I lost the weight, I'm done. And then people go back to their normal eating habits, and then they gain weight, and then they feel even worse about themselves. And then they start the diet over, and then it keeps going around in circles. Your body's set point is the weight where your body's weight is going to be at that point. So no matter if you lose weight, your body's always going to want to go back to that set point. Fad diets. Okay, weight loss plan or aid that promises dramatic results. So you have the Atkins diet, which is a low or no carb diet. So all you eat is meat and dairy. You have cleanses, so all you do is drink juice. Grapefruit diet, cabbage soup diet, all you eat is cabbage soup and it's supposed to cleanse your body. The South Beach diet, which is also a low calorie, low carb diet. And all of these promise weight loss results in days. Why do people diet? They do it to make themselves feel better, to follow the crowd. Obviously, if you watch TV, you see commercials for Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, all of that. They do it to lose weight fast, so if people have, let's say, their wedding coming up and they want to lose a few pounds, they want to diet. They do it to impress other people. Many people are ashamed of their bodies and do not know how to fix the issue, when in reality it's usually a mental issue. Eating disorders. Anorexia has the highest mortality rate out of all psychological disorders. 4% of females in the U.S. will have bulimia during their lifetime. 10 million females and 1 million males struggle with eating disorders. And 50% of teenage girls and 30% of teenage boys are using restrictive measures to control their weight, so they're not eating a lot of the time. Fixing the issue, encourage women and men to feel comfortable with their own bodies, stop dieting and start exercising and eating healthy, and ignore social media and pressures from society. So Victoria's Secret has the Love My Body campaign and shows unrealistic goals for women, where Dove has the Real Beauty campaign and has actual, realistic goals for women. Okay, that's it.
Awesome. So Jordan covered a lot. Any questions, comments? You guys see this all the time, and somebody did this last semester. So I'm going to ask the boys and girls. You can comment too, because it's okay for girls to comment on girls, right? So look at. I mean, they're beautiful. I get it. But is this truly attractive? Like that skinny? Right? I will say that there is a changing culture that I see that girls now, today, when I was in high school, everybody was thin. I weighed 115 pounds in high school. I weigh with 137 right now. 115 pounds, like me 15 pounds lighter. I wasn't any shorter. I was very athletic. I was always on the move, but I still didn't look like this. I don't want to be that skinny. That is.
A lot of times that's just like eating disorders. Like all
Right.
of them usually have eating disorders, or they just don't eat.
We place so much value on vanity, like we're such a vain, like the whole selfie thing, never taken one, but that plays into all this stuff. I'll take it with somebody if Caleb and I want to take a picture, but the whole, you know the girls that take a picture like every 5 minutes of themselves and are doing the face and then posting it, and then that social media, if they get a lot of clicks and a lot of likes, then it makes them feel good. If people start, but then do you ever see the girl that posts the picture and they get ripped? Right? I mean, that plays into it too. You have so much good information here. This girl right here, clearly anorexic. There is a girl in Australia, you can stop now.